Good morning students, this is Aishwarya, Assistant Teacher of Social Science. My topic is on 10th standard first lesson, History, Indian History, Advent of Europeans to India. The contents that we are going to learn in this lesson are the trade and commerce relationship India had with Europeans, the arrival of Europeans to India for trade, the Carnatic Wars in the backdrop of European political developments, Battle of Plassey, Battle of Bursar, and dual government system, the British policy of aggression. So these are the contents. Let us take the first topic, the trade and commerce relationship with India had with Europeans. There were trade and commerce relationship between India and Europe since ancient times. This is the land route what you are seeing in the map through the Constantinople city of Asia continent and the Italy you can see there which had the trade monopoly with the Europeans. There was a great demand for Indian spices like pepper, cardamom, ginger and many other spices in Europe. The trade relationship had continued between India and Europe and other Asian countries even during the Middle Ages. The Arab merchants carried the Asian merchandise into Constantinople, Eastern Roman Byzantine Empire. Italian merchants would buy these goods and sell in Europe countries. Like this, Constantinople was the center of the international business and considered as the gateway of European trade. While Arab merchants had gained monopoly over the trade in Asian countries, Italian traders had gained monopoly over trade in Europe. The merchandise of from Asia had brought good profits to Italian merchants. Next, the topic is the fall of Constantinople. The trade and commerce between Asia and Europe was taking place through the city. This is the great demand of Indian spices like pepper, cardamom, ginger, etc. This is the reason why the land route took place in between Europe and Asia through the city of Constantinople. The fall of Constantinople, the trade and commerce between Asia and Europe was taking place through the city of Constantinople. In 1453, the Ottoman Turks captured the city of Constantinople. As a result, the Constantinople came under the control of the Turks. They started levying too many taxes on the goods passing through these routes. As a result, the merchants felt that the trade was not profitable. Meanwhile, Spain and Portugal were attempting to break the monopoly of Italian traders. They started encouraging courageous sailors to find sea routes to India. The inventions of compass, astrolabes, and gunpowder provided further impetus to this venture. Many other European countries also followed the sea route to India. Among them, the first country was the Portuguese. You can see the picture of Eastern Roman Empire of Byzantine Empire, and this is the invention of compass, astrolabes, and gunpowder. The navigational sailor's compass rose in 1607, and the modern compass that you can see at 20th century compass. This is the mid 14th century compass. These are the inventions of compass. By the help of these, the sailors were using the ships to navigate to their places. You can see the picture of astrolabe, a spherical astrolabe from medieval period of 1480, and the modern astrolabe made in Tabriz, Iran in 2013. The invention of compass and astrolabes, these are the pictures you can see here. And the new sea route was founded by Vasco da Gama, the Portuguese sailor, who felt, and this is the gunpowder used in those times, which were using for the finding out the new places in the continents. Vasco da Gama used all these equipments and sailed, left the Lisbon and reached Capado near Calicut on east coast of India in 1498. So you can see the picture of Vasco da Gama, Lisbon. He set sail from Lisbon. The Viceroy of Portuguese in India. the first viceroy. Vasco da Gama, the Portuguese sailor, left Lisbon and reached Cape near Calicut on the east coast of India in 1498. By this, he was successful in discovering a new sea route to India. This route continued to be the route of trade between India and Europe for many years. Like this, Portuguese were the first to re-establish trade between India and Europe. In 1869, a huge canal was built in Egypt to connect the Red Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. You can see the picture how the Vasco da Gama has been reached from Lisbon to south tip of Africa, that is Cape of Good Hope. He named it as the Cape of Good Hope, and then through the help of the merchant, one of the Indian merchant, he reached the Calicut. And towards the left you can see the picture of Suez Canal. It was in the year 1869 between Egypt to connect the Red Sea and Mediterranean Sea. It was called a Suez Canal. Until the building of Suez Canal, the sea route discovered by Vasco da Gama was the route used for the trade between India and Europe. The ships had to pass the Cape of Good Hope, the southernmost tip of Africa, to reach India. The distance between Mumbai and London through Cape of Good Hope is 10,800 nautical miles. 1 nautical mile is equals to 1.85 kilometers. It is only 6,200 nautical miles through Suez Canal. The journey is reduced to half distance. Compare the map. And next comes the European trade companies. With success of Portuguese, many Dutch, French and English arrived at India for trade. This development not only changed the history of India, it also changed the history of European countries. Among them, the first was the Portuguese. They were the first to arrive and they were the last to leave India on the sea route. After the Vasco da Gama, Francisco de Almeida arrived to India, the viceroy of Portuguese. He implemented blue water policy in order to establish the supremacy over the sea instead of supremacy over the land. Here one more question rises, that is MCQ question. What is blue water policy? For this you have to, the correct answer is establish the supremacy over the sea instead of supremacy over the land. Then comes Alfonso de Albuquerque, who came after Almeida. He is considered the real founder of Portuguese Empire in India. He waged battle against the Sultan of Bijapur in 1510 and won Goa. Goa became the administrative center of Portuguese administration in India. The Portuguese had absolute monopoly with the arrival of English and French in India. The Portuguese was the first to rule the parts of the Indian subcontinent. You can see the picture of Dutch. This is the next second European country came to India, followed by Portuguese. Dutch are from Holland. At present we call them as Netherlands. They established United East India Company in 1602 with the aim of doing business with eastern countries. Okay, next comes the English. The Queen Elizabeth, you can see the picture of. Then in 1600, December 31st, Queen Elizabeth issued a royal charter authorizing East India Company to trade with eastern countries. For 15 years, the company started the business formally in 1613. The Mughal Emperor Jahangir issued royal permission to English to establish first warehouse or factory at Surat. In 1617, Sir Thomas Roe arrived at the court of Jahangir as a royal ambassador from the court of James I. He sought permission from Jahangir to establish factories in other places of Mughal Empire, established factories at Agra, Ahmedabad and Broch. Chandragiri Fort was established at and named as St. George Fort later. Charles II, the Prince of England, gave Bombay as an annual rent to the £10 a year to East India Company in 1668. You can see the picture of European settlements in India. By the 17th century, English established Bombay, Madras and Calcutta as the centers of their residencies. By later part of 18th century, Calcutta as their capital city. They implemented their own civil and criminal procedure codes in the areas that were under their control. English took Madras from the King of Charles to the Prince of England. Next comes the French. The French East India Company started as a government-owned company in 1664. It started its first factory in Surat in the year 1668. Later, they established its factories in Machilipatnam, Chandranagar, Mahe, Karaikal, etc. In 1674, the French took Valikandapuram from local Muslim officials and they made it as a major center of trade. The center was Puducherry. Next comes the competition between the English and French. The competition between English and French. Meanwhile, political volatility arose in the regions of Hyderabad and Carnatic province. This led to the Carnatic Wars. The reason for the Carnatic Wars is the Hyderabad kingdom was established in 1724 by Ajaf Shah. His feudatory ruler Dost Ali, who was ruling Carnatic region, was not loyal to him. The Marathas killed Dost Ali in 1740 and looted Carnatic and imprisoned his son-in-law Chanda Sahib in Satara. Azaf Jah named Anwaruddin as the Nawab of Carnatic in the place of Dost Ali.